Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jumper and today I'll be reviewing LEGO Horizon Adventures, which was released back in November of last year. Now, this game is an adaptation of the first Horizon game, but in LEGO form. So, as a brief rundown, it will play as Aloy, who's found as a baby by the mother's heart, and she's raised as an outcast, and she wants to know more about herself and know where she comes from, that sort of thing. So kind of similar to the first game. And what makes it different is the Lego. So it's all Lego-fied. So this game is made in terms of like how it fits the Lego structure, in the sense that if you compare both games, when it comes to like violence in that sort of sense, one's very, very, very brutal, and one is less brutal because it's all made of Lego. And I think that you can get away with some things when it comes to Lego because it's just these little character plastic toy things that you can just move about and just stuff like that, and you can build and that sort of stuff. So, for example, in the first game in Zero Dawn, when you're fighting Helios, I believe that's his name, like I think the main bad guy, you've got like towards the end of the game, you've got him at sort of like spear point, and I always says, any last words, or I'm trying to show you peace and stuff, and mercy and stuff like that, and Helios is just like, no, I just no, something along those lines, and Aloy just thrusts her spear into his chest, and I think you can get away with stuff like that in Lego because it's all Lego, and the deaths can have a bit of an impact, but be a bit more comedic and less gory in a sort of sense. And yeah, and what I like about this game is one thing that I do like about the Lego games is the humor, because I feel like the humor in this game in particular can kind of make fun of itself in the original game. So, for example, when you first get the focus, Aloy says, "Oh, I must have a one of a kind bit of technology that only I have," and Ross is like, "No, I found like a bunch of others in your in the bag that you were found in," and there are other things like that. For example, when you first meet Silence, when you ask him who he is, he's like, I'm a guy who's completely trustworthy and with a normal sounding voice," and then I think he also says, "And I'll always try and keep stuff and like information away from you until like the very end." And I do like how the game does stuff like that, and yeah, I think it's very, very funny like that, where kind of like breaking the fourth wall in that sort of sense, and it's really fun. And with the levels themselves, there are a variety of levels. Like I think there's like 5 levels or 5 to 6 levels in each of the areas that you come across. And well, no, 6. There's 6, and then after beating each level, you get a gold brick, and they're very different. How you do the levels when compared to other Lego games. For example, if you look at, let's say, the Lego Skywalker Saga, for example, those levels all have have something in common. So like you've got the True Jedi bar thing you can collect for getting a certain amount of studs. You can get a specific character, all of the mini kits in that level, and a variety of other things. Whereas with Lego Horizons, that's more you just go through the particular level, beat up some enemies, and then progress the story, and that's kind of it. So like, for example, in the early parts of the story, you have to find a particular item in the game, and it's been eaten by an enemy, and what you have to do is construct all these different towers and be like, okay, we found this particular tower, but then another part of the level, or another version of the level, is just, oh, we didn't find this tower, but we can find another one in a different area, and it's stuff like that. And there's no like true insert thing that the users do like to use. So like True Believer for Marvel, True Jedi for the Star Wars games, that sort of thing, and yeah, I do miss that. I think it would have been fun if they had something like that, like have a true archer or something, like they do use in those other games, and and I think it's quite fun. So yeah, and now it's time for some gameplay. So as you progress through the game, you'll be able to unlock more of Mother's Heart, which is basically the main hub of Horizon Lego Adventures, and yeah, I think with this being the hub, I do enjoy this as like a hub area, sort of area.
Mother's heart
because
prospers.
you can like customize bits of it. So like here I've got like some stuff from like Lego City. I've got some stuff from like Lego Ninjago, like over there
Don't
in the
forget
top,
about those definitely
in the
not
top part of
chores
the
you agreed to
screen.
do for the villagers.
And also, you can find different or do different community jobs, which are basically the side quests of the games. And these basically just tell you, defeat a certain amount of enemies as a particular character or a particular costume, or play as a particular character and stuff like that. And you can also unlock. I think the more gold bricks you find and collect, the more quests you unlock, and the fastest way to unlock those quests if you do the community jobs in here. And also, you can customize your whatever character you're at that particular moment. So right now I think it's Terrace, I believe, as like a space as the space astronaut. But you can customize your characters as other with other stuff. So like for example, you've got like the Horizon stuff. So like costumes from from Horizon Zero Dawn. Then you've got Lego City, Lego Ninjago, and Lego Amusement, which is basically just amusement type stuff. So yeah, and each thing will cost money or cost studs in game. So if you want, and also you will have to like progress the game to unlock more. And I think the customization is probably one of the cooler parts of the game, or one of the coolest parts of the game, because later I'll be showing you about whenever you go into a cutscene, the characters you see will have the particular costume on, and also you can have customization as well. So let's say I want to have, let's go with a chicken head. Let's go with, let's say, this. Why not? Wait, hang on. Yeah, this.
Absolutely breathtaking.
A cape. And let's go with this. And these legs. And then you can choose the customization that you made. And then you've got like a bunch of customizations you can use. And yeah, the area is big. I think that's what makes it cool.
Pay for repairs.
And also, before you go on a particular adventure or particular level, if you want, you can switch between characters. So you can switch with Aloy or Val, and they will have this cool like switcheroo around, which is really cool. And you don't really get to see that often in Lego games. Because when it comes to like Lego games, it's just that you switch to a particular character and that's it. And also, if you look very carefully, the running animation is really funny because it's done as like the running animation is done as if they're actual Lego characters and not just Lego characters that run like humans. In that sort of sense. So that's quite cool. I'm just going to play a particular level and just kind of like show you like how they're done. And yeah, so but when you progress through a particular part of the game, you will unlock the Apex bricks or Apex animals, not animals, Apex vehicles, not vehicles. Just Apex robots, machines. and you have to go to particular parts of a level and just
Those
fight.
sparks sure look like a safety
Fight like a particular enemy, and you'll get a victory.
Who got you? This guy.
Now, throughout the level, you will find these things called like rare weapons, or if you upgrade to a particular thing, you will start a particular level with a rare weapon in hand, and you will also find a rare gadget, which will help you a lot, and will help you get like all those combos on, and like it will help you with just like getting critical hits and stuff. So that's quite cool. And it doesn't have the feel of the Horizon games because it's got the cauldron and stuff. It's got like the whole like feel to it, and also it's got the berry system, in which if you find berries you can use them to heal. But unlike Horizon or both Horizon games, where you can find them and hold on to them, and you can use them to heal you up at a later date. They'll just instantly heal you in this game. And just like with Zero Dawn and Forbidden West, with the cauldrons, the cauldrons in this game also have a puzzle. It has a puzzle element to it, so that's quite cool. And yeah, so right now, I have to power up their generator, so I have to go back and just or go and try and find a particular way to power up this particular terminal, which is quite cool because interesting because it does obviously keep that element or puzzle elements that the cauldrons have in the base game. So yeah, and we will have to look around the cauldrons to find them. It's quite cool. And also you'll have these sort of pads that will help you, like if you mess up on a throw. So if I miss it, that will go back and make sure to respawn, stuff like that. So yeah, and overall, it acts like the Horizon games, but in Lego form. So that's basically it. So yeah, so that's been for the gameplay. Now let's go back to the review. So as you saw in the gameplay section, one of the things that's completely different when compared to other games that are Lego games, there aren't that many characters. So in this game, there's like 4 characters, and when compared to other games like Lego Star Wars, like any of the Lego Marvel games, there's like 100+ characters. And I think with Lego Horizon, because of how small this is, it kind of helps it to its advantage, because you don't want to be playing as 100 characters who all have the same abilities. And with this game, with Lego Horizon, with the 4 characters, I think it works because you've got this like, even though it's a small cast of characters that you get to play as, there's still a good variety of weapons and stuff that you can use. So for Aloy, she can use her bow. For Val, he can use his spear. For Erend, I think that's the guy. He's the guy with the mutton chops. He can use a hammer. And for Terrace, I think that's her name. She can use like the bag of holding and just use them as like grenades and stuff, and which can like blow up stuff. And yeah, I think this is a good variety of characters to use, because you can sort of like, if you're playing in multiplayer, you can have like one person play as one character, another character as another one, or another player as another character, and you might want to switch it up a bit. So like, you might switch out Val for Aloy, or Aloy to Val, that sort of thing. And yeah, I do like how with this game, I think it's just a really fun game that if you've got like a sibling, let's say, who might want to play, who sees the game and it's like, they might want to play it, they might want to play it because of like, it's Lego and it's just a sort of like more watered down version of Horizon. And then when they grow up, and when they see Horizon, like the main game, they might want to play that and see for themselves. So yeah, and it's one of those games that's really fun and just really enjoyable to just go around. And again, as I said earlier in this review, I do like how this game sort of like breaks the fourth wall a bit, and how it makes fun of itself, like with the whole focus stuff, and whenever you speak with silence, that's really cool. And yeah, I think overall it's just one of those games that's really enjoyable, just like sort of like play every now and again. So yeah, so that's been my review for Lego Horizon Adventures. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.